Yeah, thank you so much. I want to take this honor this afternoon to welcome my dear colleagues of the First Estate, the media. My name is Moses Otimong. I am the town clerk, Makindye Ssabagabo. We are here today because we want to share with a number of stakeholders, but we just want to use this opportunity to update our taxpayers on how are we relating, how are we managing, because as we are all aware, the budget of Makindye Ssabagabo is financed by three sources. One of them is by central government transfers. The second one is local revenue, which is collected, which is the support of the taxpayers who are doing business within Makindye Ssabagabo, and also the development partners. Those are the critical three sources. We have noted, as you are all aware, we are in the first quarter. We had a budget of 9 billion. But as we talk, we have so far collected 5.5 billion shillings, giving a shortfall of close to 5 billion. When you look at local revenue, where we are getting high level of areas to finance our budget, property tax is one of them. And what is property tax? This is money that we charge because we carried out a valuation role. We assessed all the business activities people do around Makindye Ssabagabo and came up with a valuation role. During that time, the taxpayers or developers were given opportunity even to complain or petition. We had a tribunal where people were asked to submit their petition. That process was concluded. So any property that is generating income, there is a small percentage, what we call a rateable value, that is shared between the property owner and the municipality. Another area is hotels. Any person who sleeps in a hotel, he pays a hotel tax. That hotel tax, it is paid by a person who has gone to the hotel, not the owner of the hotel. What the owner of the hotel is supposed to do is just to collect that money and send to Makindye Ssabagabo. Then we also have occupation permit. So, but I want to explain it well because we are getting a challenge. We are seeing most of the people are not paying, but I want to begin by property tax. We have analyzed our records. We have realized that close to 5.5 billion shillings cumulatively has not been paid. Has not been paid. It is outstanding. And it is the reason I want to partner with the First Estate. We are the key stakeholders. We want to inform the public, those who are interested. We have come up with a framework or an approach. Because these taxpayers are our own people. They are our partners. We are taking options, but we said before we go for an extreme position, we want to give people information. And we want to encourage those who have arrears, who have not been able to pay. Before we go into legal matters, if you have a challenge, you come. The Property Rating Act provides that property tax can be paid in 2 installments. In case somebody has got a challenge, you have either business, as you have a shutdown of business, update the municipality. So we have categories of taxpayers who have who are high-end. High-end, I mean that category of roofings, Movit. We also have categories of taxpayers whom are demanding from 1 million and above. There are even those from 100 shillings. But we have tried to use engagement. It is not yielding. So, as a town clerk, I have sat with the technical team. We said now we are going to use 3 approaches. One, which is very important, we want to engage with the taxpayers, because we want to explain to them why it is important to pay this tax. Especially for us who are in Makindye Ssabagabo, you know the nature of our roads. The money from property tax is designated for us to open roads, for us to provide street lighting, for us to desilt, for us to collect garbage. And we are in the process from activities under Greater Kampala, our own social revenue. We have our own grader. We are trying to see how do we make access to our people. But majority of the taxpayers, majority of them are not paying. But there are those who are very compliant. And we don't want to deny those people services because of the few people. So we want to engage through radio, newspaper, through meetings, through social media, such that nobody is left out. We want to encourage anybody who has got a problem, reach out. I am going to give my number. I have the revenue team, the head of finance. I have the public relations officer. So there are many ways we can reach. Now, another engagement that we're going to do is to identify these high-end, those who have got big figures, 100 million, 50 million, 10 million, 30 million. We are going to reach out to them in their offices. We want to discuss. Let's have a roundtable discussion. What is the problem? Because the town, a municipality, is a regulatory authority. And we should understand if our stakeholders have got challenges, we need to come together. Now, another approach we are going to use, if all that fails, we are going to go to court. We have already discussed with the Chief Magistrate. We are going to identify, he told us, document attempts that you have been able to make. If it fails, we are going to ask court to summon all of them. They appear before court. Either you pay or you are remanded. But why should we reach that level? With the people who are very supportive in contributing to the socio-economic transformation of this municipality. So we would like to use this opportunity to drum support, to inform our taxpayers. There are those who have changed address. There are those who have changed contacts from the database that we have. We want to see how we can reach out. We are going to task all LOC1, because we are going to give these details to LOC1. Every LOC1, LOC2, the town agent of that area, the senior assistant town clerk of that area, and the councillors, even those who are coming, plus those who are outgoing. You should tell us how many taxpayers around your ward, around the cell where you stay, who have not paid. We are going to give services to the people based on compliance. It is very unfair for you to work on a road in areas where people are not paying. We concentrate people in places like Lubowa, Chigo, Seguku, Reza, where people are committed. People even call the town clerk. The other day I heard one of the stakeholders came here and said, yes, I've paid, but I'm also asking you for this service. We say no objection. That is kind of being a responsive citizen. So, we want to encourage, we want to discourage hardware approach. Hardware, I mean, where we come, we lock your shop, we fight, put you in a vehicle. That is the, no, we want to encourage software, engagement, and we want everybody to open up. to come to us. So property tax, we have a default rate of about 5.5 billion shillings. And the failure to achieve that in a budget means service delivery to the people. What we expected to give the people will not be implemented. And out there people say, money has been eaten, but how much has not been paid? Government is encouraging all institutions to be self-financing. Under the Greater Kampala, one of the components that they have supported us, and this is part of the money we're using to reach out to information to people, is to build our capacity to generate our own revenue, such that the roads that we are working on tomorrow, we are able to put street light, open drainage, we are able to do O&M. So if we don't do this, these roads we are proud of will be no more, given our terrain. Number two, many people, there's a lot of development, like if you move around, there's a lot of development going on in Makindye Ssabagabo. Right away from Usabala up to Namasuba here. Every street, every area, every ward, every cell, there's development. We have noted there's illegal construction going on. And we are now going to go out. And what are we checking on? As you are aware, as we disseminate the new Amendment Act about building control, we are also going to check out, do you have approved plan? Dual approved standards that are required. If the building is complete, do you have occupation permit? Occupation permit is the one issued that's satisfied by the engineers that the house that you have constructed is suitable for human settlement. Tomorrow you'll find cases where houses are collapsing. There's a lot of real estates. So if there is anybody that shall be found that is occupying a house without an occupation permit, we put an article in the newspaper. We expected, when we get to you, we shall now ask you to pay a fine. But if you find that you don't have, there are penalties. If you don't have a building plan, not approved, or you pay the money to anybody in the municipality and you are not seen in the system, that's corruption. You will tell us whom you gave the money. So for us, we are going to crack down. The municipality slowly is moving to a level of a city. People are living in Kampala, they are coming to our areas. Most people say now we are having a second kololo in Makindye Ssabagabo. So, meaning we need to deal with the standards. We need to deal with the standards. So, we want to encourage. We are now digitalizing approvals of plans. You don't need to come to the municipality here. So, can everybody ensure that you have records of your development activities? Real estates going on, no supervision. Every estate which is going, you must have an engineer. That engineer must collaborate with the municipality engineers, such that we ensure building control standards are adhered to. Another area that we have also noted is about hotels. We have quite a good number of hotels here. But when you look at the revenue that accrues from hotels, the hotel owners are not transmitting money that accrue from hotels, from room occupancy, by people who stay in. The hotel tax is very, very clear. It is a person who has booked accommodation who pays a tax. So you, the hotel owner, you get yours. The 2,000 is for the municipality of 5,000. Why do you suppress that revenue? And yet tomorrow, you want garbage to be collected around, you want roads to be opened around, you want facilities. So, during this process of the trade order, we are not only looking at trade order, we are looking at a holistic framework or a whole of government approach to ensure compliance. To ensure compliance. As we cross to a new financial year, we want to ensure that we collect that was planned for, that the council planned for, the services that we promise to give the people, and then tomorrow when we have a baraza, we audit ourselves before the public. You plan to do this, what have you done? So, can we see the role of the good citizen coming out very clearly? Can we see the role of a good municipality coming out very clearly? So we have a strategic complementary role to participate in the service delivery improvement in the municipality. But what is very important, we are not going to relax. We are going to crack down those companies, individuals who have not paid taxes. Actually, yesterday, I was listening to the clip of the PSST. He was saying, if you are such a taxpayer who has evaded the tax, then migrate out of Uganda. Because the law is going to catch up with you. You cannot hide. You cannot hide. We are digitalizing everything. So where are you going to hide? Where are you going to go where there are no taxes? Even if you shifted to Nansa, the same. Even if you went to Entebbe, it is the same. So what is very important is for us to come together. Let's love our municipality. Actually, we are committing ourselves to see that Makindye becomes a competitive municipality. It must lead and others follow. Now that the Greater Kampala program is going on and we're on the right direction, we want to ensure that even the local citizens must finance, must complement the government, a whole of government approach to see that we give our people services. We have this other program, PDM, we have the Grow project, but you are going to open a business in a massager. If there is no road, which customer will you get?